in L'Aquila.
Well, bodies are still being pulled from the rubble in L'Aquila. Our special correspondent, Luisa Baldini, is at a camp set up for survivors there and sent us this report.
It was confirmed that another body has been pulled out of the rubble here in L'Aquila. Two others were found this morning, those of a 53-year-old woman and her 18-year-old daughter. Some noises were heard in the rubble just about an hour and a half ago, and they are investigating that, but it could be anything, so I don't think anyone's raising their hopes. But thoughts here really on the survival day to day in these sort of camps, and as you can see behind me, it is supper time, people queuing for their dinner. On the menu tonight there is a sort of fish stew, there's also some vegetable soup and also a choice of pasta, and there are some 24,000 people now living under canvas, and this camp itself has swelled since I visited 2 days ago. Well, one British organisation which has arrived here to start delivering even more tents is Shelterbox, and we can talk to Andrew Biss now. Andrew, this is a shelter box then, is it?
This is indeed, yes.
Show us what's inside.
Well, it's a big green box as we can see, and effectively its contents vary on where we're going.
Can you show us?
I can indeed. So I have a large tent which can be up to 10 people, have a cooker, have ground sheets, blankets, water carriers,
water
purification. Sometimes obviously the water systems have been soiled and you can't use them.
Sure. How many have you brought in?
We've brought in over 250 of these. There's another 120 on the way. So in theory we've got accommodation for up to 3,500 people by the close of play tomorrow.
Well, initially Silvio Berlusconi had said he didn't want any outside help, but how receptive have you found the Italians?
Well, we've been working with the local community, the mayor here. The local community has been incredibly helpful. Everyone's been really rallying around, helping putting up the tents. We've been teaching them how to do it, how to look after them, and we've had no issues at all there really. Everyone's been very welcoming.
How quick was your response? How quickly were you able to get these boxes here?
Well, it happened early Monday morning. By late Monday morning, two of us were on our way from Cornwall. We had another team member on his way from France. So we had someone on the ground here Monday evening. We were here late Tuesday evening, having driven virtually 1,500 miles across Europe.
And how have people that you've delivered these boxes to, how have they responded?
They've responded very well. Outside of what we see, there are thousands of people, not in camps, but living in their cars. You can go into small towns where there are deserted streets. It's rather like a film set, and they're all sleeping in their cars. They're very scared of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, absolutely. Up to 50 kilometres away, I saw for myself that villages which haven't actually been affected by the earthquake, people are living in their cars and in tents as well. Is that just out of fear?
It is out of fear. Everyone is very scared of what's going to happen. As I'm sure you know, there are tremors daily. This morning at 5:30, quite a large one. Yesterday morning at 6:30 in the morning, tonight. And people, I think, are waiting for a period of calm, no more tremors before they even contemplate moving back into their homes.
The sort of tents that you've been providing, are they as big and as solid as these ones? How long do you think someone could live in one of your tents for?
Well, our tents are actually designed to cope with sub-Saharan African temperatures for 6 months plus. They can cope with winds of 120 kilometres an hour. They're designed specifically for the purpose of after a disaster. They're a different style to this. They're smaller, but they're manageable. You can lift them up, move them around. You can have them in your garden next to your house while you're rebuilding it. They're more adaptable.
Okay. Andrew Biss, thank you very much indeed. Well, everybody I've spoken to here says it is incredibly hard to adapt to life in a tent, and just before